Hey, big lad. Hey, who said donkeys and horses don't mix? Please don't headbutt me. Right, so it's a bit windy here. We are somewhere. I don't even know where we are. So Gary is literally in this wee hut here, flat out, loving life. You'll all know Gary has a great interest in the whole horsey world. So listen, let's go on in here and see him and Sophie.
All right.
Sophie,
what's happening?
if you know embroidery to be doing.
Nope.
So, Gary,
Yes.
what is going on? What have you organised? What is that out there? Gerry, I do
That's
believe.
Gerry. That is Gerry. That's what it is. Gerry's going to do some show jumping for us.
Okay. Sophie, I thought you did show jumping.
I did, but I'm on the ground today letting my sister take the reins.
Sophie has kindly arranged Natasha to do it for us so that she can talk all about it.
Okay. Sophie, what is happening?
So we are here and my sister is basically showing you what we do, basically, how we compete, how we would get ready, what happens, show you what I do on my weekends, I suppose.
What you like doing?
What I like doing on my weekends, yeah.
Sophie only likes driving embroidery machines. So basically your family, at the very basics of all of this, your family is big into their horses, and your family's big into the horses.
Yeah, they would be.
So this is like heaven for you two.
It's nice. I always enjoy getting away
Like a donkey.
I always enjoy getting away at the shows to watch a bit of some sort of horse class, may it be show jumping, whatever, really.
Yeah.
You know, so.
And like you took, like, this is the man that takes a week's holidays to go and deliver horses on a
Exactly.
on a tour.
I just like, yeah.
So
the love's definitely there, like, so it is.
Yeah.
I think it's like, it's a bit like the grass, if it's in your blood,
Yeah.
it's kind of there.
Yeah.
And would I be right in saying that, Soph? It doesn't really leave you.
Gerry, go,
Yeah.
Gerry,
No, me and my sister were both born into it, and it's all we've known.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
mum and dad are crazy into it. Daddy loves breeding and competing, and
What way's he bred, Soph?
so Gerry is out of Creva.
Uh-huh.
My sister's had him for about 4 years now.
Okay.
Creva, so it's a certain stallion, so we are into our breeding. So you would always look at good mummy and good stallion.
Yeah.
Well, then you would hopefully
So you want
have a good horse.
you want a mare with a bit of ability
Yeah,
on her side as well.
Yeah, and it's a brilliant stallion that he's out of as well, and
Wow.
he is fab. So he is one of the favourites in the yard.
Okay.
He is 12. He's a 12-year-old grey gelding.
Yeah.
That's a boy horse, if you're not sure. And yeah, he's absolutely fab. He loves the job.
What has he done up to now? What level's he at?
So he is grade A.
Uh-huh,
So he is at the top. My mum actually competed him in dressage for a while,
Okay. Yeah.
and then he was good at dressage, but he has a lot of love for jumping.
He likes to jump.
Yeah,
Right,
he
okay.
was more jumping in his blood.
So does the horse tell you this, or how do
Pretty
you know?
much, yeah.
The dressage is where they do the wee fancy
wee-
footwork and the wee dancey.
Yeah.
They
but-
dance.
Sorry for dulling this down to you.
But dressage is a great base for
Yeah.
any horse
Yeah,
for learning flat work, for
Definitely.
balance,
Yeah.
movement.
everything in our
You know-
yard has to learn flat work before it
Yeah.
learns jumping. You know, you need to learn it initially to walk and do everything else before you would then set it out to do a course.
Yeah. So what do you look for in a show jumper, Sophie?
Well, you always want to look at the horse's attitude. So you always want a horse that basically wants to do the job. You want a horse that when you ask them to come to a fence, they've got their eye on it. They're
Brave.
they're brave. They've got the mindset. You know, there's no point getting on something that doesn't want to do the job. So you want something that is brave, and you want something with a great attitude, and like he's very, very athletic, which is also something you look for. You look for something that is going to...
You want good movement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good duration as well. You know, there's no point taking something that can't hold the work.
Yeah, yeah. So
But-
you're trying to buy an animal with nice conformation,
Yeah.
clean legs, that he's
Clean
not
legs.
going to have injuries, hopefully.
But for the non-horsey people, there's a lot of relevance to any of the animals, or, you know, doesn't matter whether it's pigs,
Yep.
No.
cows,
Yep.
or whatever. Just listening to you there, Sophie, talking about the preparation and the genetics and the breeding, and one thing and another. Hello, is Gerry a big horse?
He must be 16.3, Sophie. is
I'd
he?
say he's 16.3, or he's a fraction bigger. He is
Yeah.
quite a big build of a horse. But we have all different types of, you know,
But
sizes.
He's
and-
quite, I would call him, in my head, he's quite like an Irish type
very
show
much so.
jumper. He's not like your fine foreign bred
Yeah.
horse. You know, he's a bit of
He's
bone
very
about
built.
him. Yeah,
He's got a lot of muscle around him. He's stocky,
yeah, yeah.
definitely.
But a
He's-
show jumper needs power,
a show jumper definitely needs power.
especially if they're going up. You know,
He's away flat now.
they're-
Oh yeah, boy.
if they're going up the grades, they need that
Yeah,
push from the back to get them up.
yeah, definitely.
Does the Batman mask make them jump?
So that's your fly veil.
A what?
A fly veil. So it's something that you put over their ears in summertime, or if it's warm or something like that. It's kind of to prevent them from flies irritating them, anything like that. If you have a horse that's maybe a bit sensitive around its head.
Alright, I thought it was just for decoration.
Well, it is there as for decoration too. A lot of people just use it, you know, because it looks good and your horse looks well, but it also is there
Yeah,
for
because
a
it
has
purpose.
a purpose.
Yeah.
It is show jumping.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you know what? It's about showing off
Yeah.
the horse and the rider
Yeah.
as much as anything, isn't it?
Yeah, so he wouldn't wear the fly veil at home. He wouldn't be plaited at home. He would be wearing different boots. He would be wearing a different numna. Natasha would be in her work gear. She would be in her work gear, so coloured jubbers, things like that.
Yeah,
So then
yeah.
when you come to a show, you're putting your best gear on. You're making sure your horse looks its best.
Yeah.
And you're making sure that you look your best.
So it's not just about the horse.
No.
Right down to your presentation,
Uh-huh.
etc.,
Yeah.
etc.
Yeah.
So if you turn up scruffy and all the rest of it, you're bringing down your horse.
Yeah.
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 So
Yeah.
it's the package.
Yeah.
Initially,
You have
yeah.
to train for the whole shebang.
But like Natasha's jumping around the course there, Sophie, what the ultimate outcome as a clear round.
Clear round, yeah.
But if you have a pole down, or you have to follow the correct course, obviously.
Yeah, so you're given, so you have a course builder at every show, and he will create his own course. You then have to walk the course. It's normally 1 to 8, and then it'll be 8 to 12 normally. Sometimes they change.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's to maybe 11, 13, 14, whatever. And then you have your time allowed. So you have so many seconds that the course builder gives you to complete the course, and you also have to keep all fences up. So when you have a pole down, it is classed as 4 faults, so everything goes in 4s. So if you had 1 fence down, it's 4 faults. If you had 2 fences down, it's 8 faults. And then if you are outside of the time given, then that is your time faults. So then you would have additional faults added on. So yeah. So you,
That's basically the way the scoring system
Yeah,
works
so
then
you-
for your classes.
yeah, so you would hope for you're within the time and you're a double clear.
What before a show starts then? When does prep start, or what happens? Obviously you're training your horse. Gerry's been trained all the time with this in mind. But I mean, today is show day, it's the big grand prize. What happens? You don't obviously, when you've talked so much about presentation, you just don't turn up and
So
jump.
our horses stay and work. We really give them probably to September to February off, and then they go out to the field. They have a chill rest period for their muscles and obviously their body, and then once they're in, that's them now into full work. So all of our horses get worked every day bar from Monday, so they get 1 day off. If we haven't got a big show as such, we would come to the likes of Portmore, and then it keeps the horse refreshed, it keeps the horse with his eye in, it keeps the rider's eye in. But normally you are chasing, you know, your likes of your Cavans, your Mullingars, your Balmorals, you know, they're different facilities, and you are constantly, you're on the road.
It's like a golfer playing a different course.
Yeah.
It's all match practice,
Completely,
like an experience, you know.
But it's fair to say this is, you know, obviously everybody will know you now, Sophie, because you're always making wee videos with us, and you've been working with us a good few years now. But this, outside of what you do for Grassmen, this is your life.
Yeah.
Horses.
This is what I do. Yeah. This is every weekend, every day after work. It is going to the yard.
They're a big commitment, like.
They're a full-time job, you know, after your other job, you know.
Sophie, thank you very much.
Thanks, Sophie.
Thank you.
That is fantastic. We missed the horse event last year, so this year I feel like we've made up for it. What a brilliant evening, and I'm sure Gerry's delighted to get out a wee lap.
He is. My sister was busy this weekend, so we didn't get at a show, so this is his.
He's made the Grassmen show.
He has. He's made the Grassmen show. He's famous now.
Very good. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.